Are parents doing enough to keep their teenagers safe behind the wheel? A new study by the AAA Foundation finds that they should be doing more while their teenagers have driving permits. It followed 50 families looking at how well parents teach teenage drivers. The organization says that the results were disappointing. It says while some parents offered lots of coaching, many others were themselves distracted. And most teens had hardly enough time behind the wheel with mom or dad. Joining us now to talk more about this issue is Jack Peet, Traffic Safety Manager with AAA in Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, tell us a little bit about this study now. Is this a surprising find, do you think, for AAA, or not so much?
Well, maybe not so much, because we've been concerned for quite a while that parents don't get involved early on enough in the process and then stay engaged in the whole learning process for their teens.
Well, it's a little disturbing to see really how little guidance teenagers have, and here they are out on the road. What should parents be doing?
Well, there's a number of things that they can do. A lot of times what I hear from parents is that they don't know where to go for information and that type of thing. And so we've launched a brand new website, teendriving.aaa.com, to try and give them those resources so that they can reach out, find out what to look for in a driving school, how to coach their kids as they go along. And importantly also is that they should get involved by having a parent-teen contract that they do, and
okay,
they have access to that on this website.
Let's talk a little more about the contract. What would that entail?
Well, basically what it does is it lays down the expectations that the parents have for the teens driving as they're going through the learning process, and there's no surprises then. The teen knows what's expected of them and what the consequences are if they shouldn't follow through on those. And the good thing about it is that it's made with the teens' input, and then also when everybody's emotions are at an even keel instead of after something's happened.
Right, there are expectations, in other words, not just here's the keys, now you can have your freedom.
Exactly, and this helps parents stay involved in the whole process as it goes along.
Now, what do you think it is that makes parents take it sort of lightly, I guess, that with some of their teenagers? It's such a dangerous thing.
Well, it's funny because when we've talked to parents, they recognize that it's dangerous, but, I think they think back when they were going through the learning process and it was entirely different than it is now. And so I think while they recognize it, again, they don't know where to go for a lot of the information. And I think if they do see that information and the details, I think they'll get more involved.
Okay, and we have that website that you're talking about on our website at woodtv.com. Let's talk quickly a little bit about weather conditions, too. It's not just getting an hour in here and there. You have to really think about what is going to be presented for that teenager behind the wheel.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that the findings were, that parents had a tendency to just put the kids behind the wheel when the weather was beautiful like today and short drives. Get them behind the wheel in all of those different types of weather and driving circumstances so that when they encounter it for that first time, you're with them in that vehicle as opposed to them being on their own out there.
Okay. Jack Peet from AAA, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.